Do you ever find yourself looking at your calendar and feeling a quiet sense of relief when there is nothing planned? Or maybe you notice that your phone rings less often, and you are perfectly okay with it. It can sometimes feel a bit isolating. Or you might even worry if something is wrong with you for wanting less social interaction as the years go by. It's a common feeling. This subtle shift from bustling social calendars to more quiet, solitary moments. You might even find yourself making excuses to stay home, or feeling genuinely exhausted by the thought of a large gathering that once would have energized you. It's a reality many of us face, and it can bring with it a twinge of guilt or confusion. But what if I told you that this isn't necessarily a sign of something wrong, or a fading of your social spark, but rather a natural, often unconscious, psychological shift that many of us experience as we get older? It's not about losing interest in people. It's about changing how we connect, what we prioritize, and what truly nourishes our spirit. It's a deeply personal journey, yet one shared by countless individuals navigating the later chapters of life. Understanding this can bring immense comfort and clarity, helping you embrace this new phase of life with confidence and peace. In this video, we are going to dive deep into 6 profound psychological reasons why you might find yourself avoiding people more as you age. We will explore the hidden forces at play, the wisdom behind these changes, and how embracing them can actually lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. Make sure you watch right to the very end, because there is something waiting for you that might just surprise you and completely change your perspective on growing older. So, let's begin our journey into understanding this fascinating change within us, a transformation that shapes our social world in subtle yet profound ways. The very first reason, and perhaps one of the most powerful, is rooted in what psychologists call the socio-emotional selectivity theory. Imagine for a moment how you viewed time when you were much younger. It felt endless, didn't it? There was always more time to explore, to learn, to meet new people, to accumulate experiences. In our youth, we are often driven by a need for knowledge acquisition and novelty. We cast a wide net in our social circles, making many acquaintances, attending numerous events, and striving to expand our horizons. Our social interactions are often about building a diverse network, gaining information, and preparing for the future. However, as we age, our perception of time subtly but powerfully shifts. The future, while still present, no longer feels infinite. We become increasingly aware of the finite nature of life, and this awareness profoundly impacts our motivations. Instead of prioritizing knowledge acquisition and a broad social network, we begin to focus more on emotional satisfaction and well-being. This doesn't mean we stop learning or experiencing new things, but our social priorities shift dramatically. We start to prune our social circles, not out of disinterest or negativity, but out of a deep, often unconscious, desire to invest our precious time and emotional energy where it truly counts. It's about choosing quality over quantity, authenticity over superficiality. You might find yourself saying no to large, noisy parties, preferring instead an intimate dinner with a few trusted friends. Perhaps you have stopped trying to maintain relationships with people who bring more stress, gossip, or obligation than genuine joy. This isn't being antisocial. It's becoming highly selective, a sign of wisdom and emotional intelligence. It's a conscious or unconscious choice to direct your energy towards those who genuinely uplift you, who understand you without a lot of effort, and with whom you share a deep, comfortable connection. This often means preferring deep conversations with 1 or 2 close companions over polite, surface-level chatter in a crowd. It's about seeking depth, authenticity, and shared history, rather than simply filling a calendar. The relief that comes from understanding this theory is immense, as it validates a natural process and removes the guilt often associated with it. This selectivity isn't a retreat from the world. It's a strategic investment in your emotional well-being, leading to a richer, more profound social experience. Even if it involves fewer people, it's a sign of maturity, of knowing what truly matters for your inner peace and happiness. Embrace this natural shift. Don't feel guilty for narrowing your circle. Instead, nurture those core relationships that truly nourish your soul. Spend quality time, even if it's just a quiet cup of tea, a short video call, or a shared memory with the people who make you feel seen, valued, and understood. Now, let's move on to the second psychological reason, which often goes hand in hand with the first, the increased value of alone time and self-reflection. For much of our lives, especially in our younger and middle-aged years, our existence is a whirlwind of responsibilities and external demands. We are busy raising families, building careers, meeting deadlines, and navigating an endless array of social expectations. Our days are often filled with noise, constant interaction, and a relentless focus outwards. Quiet solitude often feels like a luxury we can barely afford, or something to be avoided, perhaps even associated with loneliness. However, as we age, especially as we approach or enter retirement, there is often a profound shift. There's a newfound freedom from many of those external pressures, and with it, an invaluable opportunity for introspection. The relentless push to do gives way to a deeper desire to simply be. We have spent a lifetime focused on others, on duties, on achievements. Now, there's a powerful, almost magnetic pull inwards. Solitude is no longer something to be avoided or filled with distractions. It becomes a cherished space, a sanctuary for self-discovery, creativity, and simple contentment. This isn't loneliness. It's a chosen solitude, an active engagement with our inner world. It's a time to reconnect with ourselves, to process a lifetime of experiences, to find peace in our own company, and to pursue personal passions without interruption. It's a luxury that was often unavailable during busier life stages, a gift of time that allows for a deeper understanding of one's own desires, values, and identity, unburdened by the gaze or expectations of others. You might find immense joy in gardening alone, getting lost in a book without interruption, pursuing a hobby like painting or woodworking in quiet contemplation, or simply sitting by a window, watching the world go by with your own thoughts. These are not empty moments. They are moments of profound connection with your true self. This period allows us to integrate our past, accept our present, and quietly contemplate our future on our own terms. Honor this growing need for solitude. Create dedicated spaces and times for yourself. Whether it's a morning ritual of quiet reflection, an afternoon walk in nature, an evening devoted to a personal passion, or simply enjoying your own company with a hot cup of tea, embrace these moments wholeheartedly. They are crucial for maintaining mental clarity, emotional balance, and a strong sense of self. Learning to be content in your own company, to truly savor moments of quietude, is a hallmark of emotional maturity and a great source of inner strength. It's a time to truly listen to your own needs and desires, to nurture your spirit, and to find a deep well of peace within yourself, independent of external stimulation. This allows you to bring a more centered, authentic self to the social interactions you do choose to engage in. Now that we've explored how our priorities shift in relationships and how we come to cherish our solo moments, let's move on to another compelling reason you might find yourself gravitating towards less social interaction. This third reason is all about energy conservation. It's a simple biological reality that as we age, our physical and mental energy levels naturally change. What was once effortless in our younger years, a bustling party that lasted late into the night, multiple back-to-back appointments, or prolonged, intense social engagements, can become genuinely draining. This isn't laziness or a lack of desire. It's a biological and physiological reality. Our bodies simply demand more rest, and our minds need more quiet to recharge. We become more discerning, perhaps even instinctively, about where we allocate our precious energy reserves. Think about it, a younger person might bounce back quickly from a demanding social weekend, ready to tackle the work week. As we get older, that same level of social output might leave us feeling utterly depleted, needing a full day or two, sometimes more, to fully recover. You might notice that after a lively family gathering or an extended visit with friends, you need significant downtime, or perhaps you are less inclined to attend events that require a lot of standing. Navigating crowded spaces, or engaging in extensive small talk, your body signals its limits more clearly, and your mind seeks respite from constant stimulation. This shift is about making conscious, Wise choices to protect your energy so you can still enjoy the activities and people that truly matter to you, rather than feeling perpetually exhausted. It might mean saying no to a third social engagement in a week, or leaving a party earlier than you once would have, without guilt or apology. It's about recognizing your limits and respecting your body's evolving needs, understanding that your capacity for social output, while still present, might be different than it once was. This isn't a deficiency, it's a recalibration. A more attuned relationship with your own physical and mental well-being. This mindful approach to energy management ensures you have enough vitality for the moments and people that truly bring you joy and deep connection, rather than constantly feeling depleted and struggling to keep up. It's a crucial form of self-care that becomes increasingly important as we age, allowing for a sustained sense of well-being and consistent enjoyment of life, rather than cycles of exhaustion and arduous recovery. Next, let's consider the fourth psychological reason along reduced tolerance for drama and superficiality. With age comes a wealth of life experience, a deeper understanding of human nature, and often, a much lower tolerance for trivialities, unnecessary conflict, and inauthentic interactions. We've likely seen enough drama to last a lifetime, whether in personal relationships, the workplace, or the wider world. Our patience for superficial relationships, gossip, or interactions that lack genuine connection tends to wane considerably. There's a stronger, almost urgent, desire for depth, sincerity, and authentic connection. We much prefer real conversations about meaningful topics over polite, surface-level exchanges or forced pleasantries. You might find yourself actively avoiding conversations that consistently devolve into complaints, negativity, or gossip about others. You might discreetly sidestep individuals who seem to thrive on creating drama or who bring a sense of unease. Large social gatherings, where the conversation is shallow, fragmented, or forced might feel particularly tedious and unrewarding. Instead, you instinctively gravitate towards people with whom you can have honest, vulnerable discussions, share wisdom, reminisce deeply, or simply enjoy comfortable, companionable silence. This isn't cynicism or a dismissive attitude. It's a finely tuned radar for authenticity. It's a natural shedding of what doesn't serve our emotional peace and a wise prioritization of what truly nourishes our spirit. We realize that our time and emotional energy are finite, and we choose to invest them in interactions that are genuinely enriching, rather than depleting. This shift is a testament to wisdom and emotional maturity. It's about curating your social environment for maximum emotional benefit, leading to more satisfying and less stressful social experiences. Trust your instincts when it comes to social interactions. If a situation or a person consistently drains you or feels inauthentic, it's perfectly okay to limit your exposure or gracefully exit. Seek out environments and individuals who align with your desire for meaningful connection and genuine respect. Surround yourself with people who inspire, uplift, and truly listen, and who allow you to be your authentic self without judgment. Finally, for this section, let's explore the fifth reason: changes in life circumstances. Our social landscapes are not static. They continuously evolve throughout our lives. And this is particularly true as we age. Major life stages often bring with them natural shifts in our social networks. Retirement, for instance, often means losing the built-in, everyday social network of a workplace, those colleagues you saw daily, those casual conversations by the water cooler, the shared professional experiences, the passing of a spouse, lifelong friends, or even family members can significantly reduce our immediate and cherished social circle, leaving voids that are deeply felt. Health challenges might limit mobility, make it difficult to participate in certain activities, or require more energy for self-care, thus reducing opportunities or the desire for broader social engagement. These aren't necessarily conscious choices to avoid people. Rather, they are the natural, sometimes painful, reshaping of our lives that profoundly impacts our opportunities and energy for social interaction. The morning coffee group from work might naturally dissolve after retirement. Losing a long-time partner can mean the end of shared social activities with other couples or the disbanding of a social circle centered around a joint life. A new health condition might make navigating crowded places, attending late-night events, or even simply getting out of the house feel more daunting. These changes are profound and can initially feel isolating, even leading to a sense of social disengagement. However, they also present an opportunity to redefine what social connection means for you now. It's not about being less social overall. It's about adapting to new realities and finding new ways to connect that fit your current life and evolving capabilities. It's about accepting that your social life will look different. And that's okay. Acknowledge these life changes without judgment. They are a natural and often unavoidable part of aging. Instead of dwelling on what's lost or how things used to be, focus on what's possible in this new chapter. Explore new avenues for connection that suit your current circumstances and energy levels. Whether it's joining a hobby group, volunteering for a cause you care about, taking online classes that foster community, or actively connecting with neighbors. Be proactive in seeking out new connections, even if they look different from those you had in the past. This might involve exploring senior centers, adult education programs, or even reconnecting with old friends or distant relatives through phone calls or video chats. It's about adapting, showing resilience, and finding fulfillment in new forms of community and connection that resonate with your current self, rather than clinging to past social structures that no longer serve you. This adaptability and willingness to redefine connection are powerful strengths that can lead to a surprisingly rich and fulfilling social life in later years. Finally, let's explore our sixth and final psychological reason, one that often runs deeper than we realize and can subtly influence our social behavior. The fear of being a burden or the profound desire to maintain independence. As we age, there can be a subconscious, sometimes unspoken, worry about becoming a burden to others. This concern can arise particularly if we experience health issues, face increased physical limitations, or simply require more assistance with daily tasks than before. This worry can subtly lead to a tendency to pull back, to avoid seeming needy or demanding, in an effort to maintain a strong sense of self-reliance and independence that has been a hallmark of our adult lives. The thought process might be, if I don't ask for help, I won't inconvenience anyone. Or, it's easier if I just do it myself, even if it's harder, than to put someone out. This self-protective mechanism, while born of good intentions and a desire for autonomy, can sometimes lead to unintended isolation. Conversely, there might be a feeling that younger generations, or even some peers, simply don't fully understand the unique challenges, perspectives, or wisdom that come with aging. This can lead to a natural withdrawal from interactions that feel unproductive, emotionally taxing, or where you feel your experiences are being dismissed or minimized. You might find yourself hesitant to share certain stories or opinions, sensing a lack of empathy or a generational gap in understanding. For example, you might find yourself subtly declining offers of help, even with seemingly simple tasks, because you don't want to put anyone out or appear less capable. You might choose to stay home rather than join an outing if you feel your mobility is slower, not wanting to slow others down or draw attention to your limitations. Or, in conversations, you might find yourself holding back from sharing certain deeply felt experiences or opinions because you sense that the listener lacks the context or capacity for genuine understanding. This can lead to a quiet retreat, where it feels easier to simply manage things on your own, or with a very select few, rather than navigate perceived judgments, well-meaning but unhelpful advice, or the discomfort of feeling like a project for others. This deep-seated desire to preserve dignity and autonomy, while admirable, can inadvertently create barriers to connection. The actionable insight here is to challenge this mindset with courage and self-compassion. True, deep connection thrives on vulnerability and reciprocity. It is perfectly okay to ask for help and to accept support when it is genuinely offered. It strengthens bonds and fosters interdependence, rather than weakening them. Allowing others to offer support is a gift to them, a chance for them to show their care and love. Communicate your needs and preferences openly, but gently, to those you trust. For the feeling of being misunderstood, actively seek out peers who share similar life experiences and perspectives. This might be through support groups, senior communities, shared interest clubs, or even online forums where you can connect with people who truly get it. Remember, finding those who genuinely resonate with your current life stage can provide invaluable validation, companionship, and a sense of belonging. It's about discerning who truly offers empathy and creating spaces where you feel genuinely understood, valued, and accepted for exactly who you are, rather than holding back out of a misplaced sense of needing to be entirely self-sufficient. This courage to be vulnerable and seek out true understanding can unlock incredibly rich and supportive relationships. So, we've journeyed through these 6 profound psychological shifts that can explain why you might find yourself avoiding people more as you age, the wise selection of close, meaningful connections, the deep appreciation and craving for solitude, the mindful management of our precious energy reserves, the healthy aversion to drama and superficiality, the natural adaptation to life's changing circumstances and social landscapes, and the courageous embrace of vulnerability over the fear of being a burden or misunderstood. Each one paints a clearer, more compassionate picture of why your social needs and preferences might be evolving, and why that's perfectly normal, even healthy, as part of a wise, well-lived life. Remember, understanding these shifts isn't about giving you permission to isolate yourself. It's about empowering you to make conscious, intentional choices about your social life that genuinely support your well-being, happiness, and inner peace. It's about recognizing that less can often mean more when it comes to social connection in later life. More quality, more depth, more authenticity. Small shifts in how you perceive your own social needs and how you choose to engage can make a monumental difference in your overall contentment and fulfillment. It's about living authentically, honoring your evolving self, and embracing this rich, wise chapter of your life with confidence and joy. You are not alone in these feelings. They are a sign of growth, not decline. Embrace the wisdom that comes with knowing yourself better and curating a life that truly serves your deepest needs. We'd absolutely love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these shifts in your own life? Which of these 6 psychological reasons resonated most deeply with you? Or perhaps brought you a moment of clarity? Share your thoughts, experiences, and any wisdom you have gained in the comments below. Your insights can be incredibly valuable and comforting to others watching and navigating similar feelings. And if this video has brought you some clarity, understanding, or comfort, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up, a like, as that really helps us reach more wonderful people who might benefit from this message. And, of course, for more helpful content designed to support you in living your best life at every age, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. You are navigating a unique and profound stage of life, filled with wisdom, self-awareness, and new understandings. Embrace your evolving self, honor your needs, and continue to live your best life. Vibrant, fulfilled, and deeply connected in ways that truly serve your spirit. No matter how your social circles may change, you truly deserve all the peace, joy, and authentic connection that comes with this beautiful journey. Until next time, take good care of yourself and live well.